Welcome to my YouTube channel. Thank you everyone who has subscribed to my channel, left a comment and or a thumbs up along the way there, and also thank you to those of you who haven't subscribed to the channel but are going to subscribe to my channel. So just putting it out there anyway, so nothing like a little bit of forward thinking and planning ahead and that sort of thing, and just putting it out there. I don't know where I got planning ahead from, but anyway, maybe there's some planning ahead for you as well. So anyway, it's wonderful to be back and doing the videos. It kind of seems like a long time ago, and it's only really last month, so I feel like I need to be doing these a little bit more often as well. So anyway, which brings me to this is was going to be, well, my thought was and my intention was to be doing these for August 2021, so you know, like being early and getting ready for next month. But as I was setting up to do these yesterday, it became quite clear that these are not for August 2021. So we're going with, I've been more guided to get these out like sooner rather than later, before the new moon, or, you know, like energy of the new moon, full moon energy hits us. Well, on saying that, it's pretty much already hit us. But you know, and it'll start to ramp up a little bit more depending on how what is going on for you and your energy sensitivities and things like that, and how the moon affects you. So anyway, the full moon is on the 24th of July, which is this coming Saturday. So today is the 21st of July that I'm recording this. So you may be having and feeling a lot of what are they talking about here for you? A lot of, the word I'm getting is higgledy-piggledy. Like you may be feeling like you've been held up, or kind of held up, but in the sense that there's like a waiting period, and some of you may be feeling it as that, and seeing it as that, and it may be, and you know, or accepting it as that, and others of you may not be, but it's just like just going with the flow of it. It's not saying like stopping, but it's just like, if you feel like your body wants to, or your mind wants to like just rest, then just rest. As much as possible if you can. I mean, obviously it's going to be a little bit tricky if you're at work, but it may be that you take a pee break or something like that, and you know, a pee break as well as a tea break. And if you got a tea break coming to you, take the bloody thing, you know what I mean? Or make a time, you know, if you're not working from home, working, you know, at somewhere else, and if you're working at home or whatever it is taking time to have a rest, and or just, you know, slow down, or take a moment, you know, to center and focus, and just know that, you know, the energy is helping you to shift something that serves you no purpose for your, you know, for your highest and greatest good. So it could be, you know, a perspective about something, or your perception may be shifting about something. You may be opening up more to listening, and when I say listening, I mean like taking action by following your intuition. That's what I mean by that. It's like, you know, not just listening and hearing it, and, you know, that's one thing, but the other side of that is actually, you know, following it through, taking a Jack Nohi in there, or having a look down, you know, just down that way, and see what it is that you actually, that could be leading you to something else or somewhere else, in order to go, so you can go with your flow, and or you know, so things can align up in the way and how you know, and how it could be better for you, for the greater good and one and all on your path, or whatever project you're doing. Okay, so anyway, just going back to the introduction. So this is for you, Taurus, for these next 2 weeks. So like I say, it's the 21st today, going up to through the full moon and into the beginning of August there. So this is for, you know, sun, moon, rising, and or Venus. So either way for you, if however, you know, wherever Taurus lies for you or sits for you in your astrological chart. It could be in two areas or just one, whatever it is. So, and just want to remind everybody that these reads are general, so they may or may not resonate with you. If they do, that's wonderful. But if they're not, just remember to check out. I encourage checking out what your other signs are saying for you, whatever is once again drawn to you to check out. So, it could be, like the sun is like about just generalizing it, your personality. The moon is about our emotions. The rising sign is basically our soul, journey sign or a soul sign. And Venus, obviously it's around about our love, relationships and things like that. So that's just generalizing that. So anyway, the other thing, I've covered all my bases on that one as my introduction. So anyway, I'm just going to start off with these Between the Worlds deck here, okay? The Oracle deck, what is it actually called? I keep forgetting. Yeah, Oracle of the Hidden Worlds, actually, which they talk about, like, when they talk about the hidden worlds in this deck, it's, and in general, a lot of people understand it to be, and I do too, is they're talking about the worlds that we don't see, and that our mind is, closed off to, is some people maybe not seeing spirit, or seeing orbs, or just seeing energy, or just seeing between, things, reading between the lines even, but there is something about, even, the energy on the environment. So things are starting to, like, you may be having things come to you, like your intuition may be quite a bit more heightened lately, and so there is things like that. It may be like rattling you a little bit. This vibrational energy at the moment is heightening. So as people are acknowledging their spiritual abilities, gifts, that sort of thing, and expanding on them, and just learning a little bit more about that, but also not just that, but that mindfulness and that awareness of ourselves and healing ourselves, and cutting through some of the bullshit stuff that we've been holding on to from the past, and even that has triggered some things that are in the now, but also then from that we've maybe have projected forward into the future, or what it's an illusion basically, we kind of which stops us from moving into something because we're holding on to the past. So did you get that? Anyway, there's things about that, and actually something about that moving forward. I've got cat fur all over me. So something may be sticking to you, like cat fur or other people's stuff. So there's that sense of clearing and cleansing your energy, and staying in your own energy, in the sense of your being, and learning to be, about who you are basically, figuring that out, and the influences, and releasing the influences that serve you no purpose for your highest good. So they're not rewording it, they're wording things in a different way, because often there is that like beliefs, limiting belief systems and things like that. So, and it is that some of it that we're a lot of us are releasing, and understanding what's going on there, past emotional conflicts and traumas and things like that, as well as physical traumas, whatever it is. So there's a lot of stuff coming through. So the first card out here with this Hidden Worlds cards is like number 28, the Mountain Goddess. So there's a lot, I'm just talking about that high vibration, mindfulness, power of the mind. So it's like retraining your mind basically, from a lot of the bullshit that we've been trained to believe and understand to be, and all that sort of thing, and I'm just hearing like blah blah blah. So, and it's understanding, like the 2 in here is about relationships, the 8 is is about knowing that we are that infinite being, and that and it kind of that things go around, and there is that finding that balance of that energy as well, and that we are the creators of what we want to be, or life to look like, and all that sort of thing. So where they're talking about, like, I love this card, the Mountain Goddess, the energy there. So yeah, going into that space and being and that we're connected to everything. That's where I really want to go. And that, you know, and knowing that we are a part of everything in the universe, and the universe is a part of everything that's in us. Well, I've not really spoken to you about that, but maybe those of you who that resonates with can understand that. So the other side of that too, this other card is, you know, resurrection. So, which is interesting because I wanted to talk about, you know, the words that were in the back of the mind. My mind there were like balance as well. So there's, you know, a comeback, a rebirth or renewal, this 32 here. So 3 for me is about balancing, and 2 against, you know, again with the relationship side of things. So it's finding, you know, finding balance within relationships, but finding that balance in you, and building on the relationship that you have with yourself. You know, when we understand and we're more in our own knowing and being of who we are, it becomes better for us, like what Spirit are talking about, all these higher source, higher vibrational energies that are working with me today. Well, always, but for these messages, you know, that are here now, is that, you know, they're talking about that as being in that higher vibrational energy, and that's how we get there, is by taking the time to heal, you know, learn, observe, accept whatever it is ourselves, what is going on there, and figure out what our, you know, what has influenced us, and what we, you know, and vice versa, and that, all that sort of thing. So there's something new. There's either something, there's a something I'm hearing, like something is coming back to you, like information about in a healing process. So, which is allowing a rebirth or a renewal of the way, or energy-wise, of how you've been thinking, being, doing things, and all that sort of thing. So there is a new beginning, and I kind of, even like, I'm being drawn to even take out the in the rebirth and the renewal, but there has been a birthing of new stuff, new, you know, you being a new energy or a new entity or something, anything, energy, in enterprise, whatever it is that you're working on, a new business, but there's something new about you, and in a new understanding, basically, was where they're going with that. So anyway, resurrection. Also, I'm hearing like freedom as well. It's like, you know, creating that freedom of speech from that resurrection of you, coming back, but with a whole lot of new learnings and new learnings. Actually, yeah, I'll go this way. So, okay, anyway, we'll just see what comes up here. So I'm just asking what Taurus needs to know, what you need to know, Taurus, to help you through this time of these next couple of weeks, or just give you a little bit of an insight. It might be confirmation for you, and, you know, about what's going on, and not so you don't freak the frack out. Okay, so the Hanged Man. So we just finished talking about this. So there's something about a new perspective, or a new perception about things, situations, experiences that have been going on in your life, and, you know, whether it's right up until now, or just a week ago, or, you know, a month ago, or whatever, but there's something turning around, and this you know, the Hanged Man is upside down, hanging from a tree. I'm saying, you know, it's not like he's tied there. It's like I love the way they do this, because he's just on one foot. So there's something about, you know, physically slowing down to take a look and smell the roses, basically. And sometimes we see things from a different way of looking at things when we're like upside down. Okay, so this, you know, new perspective or new perception. And there's just like, and it's like just hanging on for a moment, is while you're contemplating, wondering, you know, pondering, you know, processing information, and that sort of thing for a moment. The Three of Swords, there's something about about whatever this disappointment has been, or disappointments that have been happening in your life, or happen in your life. Probably, I would say, you know, there's 3 for some reason there. I would say there's, for some of you, it'll be about, you know, something like recent, and the, you know, and not so long ago, but also in the distance, where there was something, you know, like 2 or 3 things that have kind of like have a similar theme to them. It could be 3 different things with 2 or 3 sections or phases through it. So whatever that is for you. But I feel like there's something about, you know, making a decision to move out of that. And that could be what this Hanged Man is about. It's like looking at things from another perspective, so you're not holding on to that disappointment, so you can move on. So they're talking about, you know, like something is moving and being more in your power as well. So it's like, what I want to say is take that, you know, those swords, those out of your heart, because in a way there's a sense that we need to take some sort of ownership of our own and how it got to be there, and to some degree, some of you, it's not going to be about that, but there, and it will be about something slightly different. But sometimes we allow ourselves to get drawn into something and end up being the one that gets hurt. So it's like there's that sense with that resurrection. It's like working on that, healing that, releasing that. And, you know, accepting that you're part in it, and then leave, you know, that side of things. So the Queen of Swords here, she comes in, and this is about, she talks about expressing yourself, you know, getting into this throat chakra, because my throat is just starting to, like, I'm wanting to clear it at the moment, but in my, oh gosh, let me see. Okay, yeah, so she's talking about, and she's like, I'm hearing like with her, and there could also be a Gemini energy that is this female energy that's here, that who is an older person, older woman, that may be around to help you with something. And it's like a feeling like they're talking about reaching out. The Three of Swords is actually, it could be something to do with an air sign that you know, that created that, or partially some of that. With this that has, you know, where this broken heart is about for you. So, but it's like turning it around. But I do feel like they draw me to this person here with who is an air sign. Could be Gemini, Aquarius, or Libra. I just had to have them. You know, that could be there. That you know, to help you. So it's like what I'm hearing is let somebody help you. Don't be so bloody stubborn. And that some of you may be, you may actually have, oh gosh, there's another Princess of Swords is here. So there's obviously something that's coming, where, like, you know, some of you are probably going to be listening, or this is because the swords here, the Princess of Swords has come, you know, with this, you know, with this sword, and like a new, something is moving, and I want to put it underneath the Hanged Man. So some of you know, you obviously, I'm saying obviously, have taken something on board and start learning, either, you know, speaking your truth, or making decisions, and so you can be more in your power, you know, in your power, or in your courage and your strength. But they're talking about, you know, towards gaining confidence. But you, in order to gain that confidence, it's the you know, you obviously need the courage, or use your courage to begin that process. And the more we, you know, have the courage to step outside of our comfort zones, the more confidence we get in this, because we're more knowing that actually, you know, I can do this, or this is, and we learn new things from it. Not everything is going to go is going to be rosy. So there's that sense of a leap of faith. So I feel like some of you are starting to like look at, you know, in a way, taking that leap of faith in, you know, in the way that you're looking at things, and getting out of your head, and not overthinking things as well. So there's a lot of swords energy in there, but I do see, look at this one here, the Six of Swords. There's something in there that, you know, where you're moving away from something, whatever it is that this Princess of Swords brings up. There is more of a centeredness and a grounding in a way. And even though the swords are more to one side, it's like you're on one side, so that's like they're not actually touching you. They're not actually, I feel like there's something about guidance on saying that. I'm just looking at this other this post here, or poll there, or poe, whatever you like to call it. I want to say a staff is like, in a way, for me, it's like somebody is guiding you away, something, someone is, you know, you're moving towards or away from something. So yeah, that's pretty cool. but the light is shining, so it's like you're able to see, because I'm not looking at this and that, that light up there is either the moon or the sun, but there is a light that's shining down over you and guiding you. That's what I mean by that. Just looking at that again, and there was something about magical about that stuff in the background there as well, but there is a guiding light. That's where I'm hearing. Shining bright so you can see your way clear. Cool. It's interesting, like that all the swords are pointing to you at your foot as you're like in the stance as well. So it's like, in a way, it's like what I'm hearing is like you've made your mind up to move away, to understand what is going on, and not let your move away from whatever it is that's been running around in your mind, through making decisions and about and speaking up and voicing your truth to yourself, but also not only to others as well. Sometimes we've got to face our own truth, and when we face our own truth about or be honest with ourselves, it's like it makes all the difference, in saying that. So it's not just for others, about others, or being honest to or in expecting that too. It's like okay, where are they going with that? Anyway, we'll see what happens. Well, yeah, because the Six of Pentacles is here, so there's something, you're moving away from something, because you've got two sixes here. There's something, you're definitely moving away from something, or something's when you're moving on from something where you felt like it's been really hard, some sort of struggle or frustration about whatever's going on in your mind. Could be about money, could be about family, could be about your health, it could be about either one of those things, a business, career, or some sort of project that's potentially has got can bring in can heighten your financial situation, basically. So there's something like, it's like, I love the way it's like he's spread it out, then he gets it now, because there is something there. Even he's at the top of the hill, so he's moving. Okay, you can see where things have gone, what he needs to do and how he needs to do it, implement things to make something work. And look at that, we have the Queen of Wands. So the Queen of Wands, she's like the magician, the magicianess, or the I want to say magicianess. So it's just come out twice, so I don't normally say that, but she is, she's someone who goes out and gets what she wants. Okay, gets what she wants, but she's very good at attaining it, leadership, helping people, but helping herself. But like with the wands, they can be, that energy is so passionate at times, and they can be have a bit of a whirlwind sort of an energy, and just railroad through ideas, thoughts, things, and just run with it. So it can be a little bit disconcerting for some people when that energy comes in, because they're not, these people, the wands or the fiery energy can move quite quickly. I'm hearing especially Sagittarius, and well, everybody can to a degree on saying that, but yeah, the wands have got but they have got a lot of passion and a lot of drive, and when they want something to happen, they make it happen. They'll do what they need to do to get it. And like I say, they can be quite overwhelming in the sense where they can be quite pushy, and they might feel like in the sense too that you may not be ready for something, and they may override you or overstep the mark, or talk over you, or that sort of thing. So it might seem like they're bullying you, but I feel like, and some of them may well be, and to some degree, but some of them I feel like there's the other side of it too. They can be quite encouraging. It may be something that you're maybe needing a little bit of a push and a shove, and opening up, seeing things from another perspective to get something moving, or get something stopping, whatever it is. So then we have the Justice card here. So there's something about, something's balancing, turning out right. Your energy, I feel, is starting to move as you're starting to take some action here with this, you know, Queen of Wands energy. They're getting something moving. Getting something moving, but also continuing the momentum of, you know, whatever it is that's going on around you. Like I say, work, business, career, you know, and a project, whatever that may be, around the house with yourself, studying something, learning something, could be anything, whatever it is that's sort of pertaining to you and that sort of thing. But there's something about the scales of justice here. Something is more balanced, being more balanced, like your energy as well, I'm hearing. But literally there may be some of you that have some sort of a little bit of a like with this here, you know, this Three of Swords, this disappointment, like something's coming around, and I feel like I want to say, oh, finally something's going right, or finally, because I feel like there's something about a situation that happened a little while ago where this broken heart has been, and it's maybe you haven't been able to, you know, to fully heal that, but something is like there's some light that's been shed on the subject where it's like you can maybe make more sense of it and allow that to move. Because look at her eyes. You know, the beaming, the light, there's light, gold light, bright light beaming out of that, so she can starting to see how she could bring things into balance. Okay, and utilizing, see, I'm loving how the moon and the sun energy is on either side of you, so utilizing their energies to help you move in the direction where you would like to go, or how you would like to feel, be and do things in your life, whatever that is. So cool. Well, this is a really, I'm just feeling like there's a lot of momentum that's coming up, you know, that for you in that sense, Taurus. So just keep moving and being and trusting in yourself. Okay, we got another card here coming out. Just got one more spot there. No, not yet. So I'll just keep shuffling for a little bit longer. Okay, so something jumps out. No, something did want to jump out there. So there may be something that you are just waiting for, something to jump out and for that next clue. And I do feel like there's a sense of having, oh gosh, there's a whole lot. I'm not taking all of those. We only need one. We only need one, and it may be that you're having to like pick and choose, you know, as well, and listening to your intuition and being mindful about what you do need and what you don't need as well. So it's like saying yes, feeling able to say yes or no, and that I accept this and I accept that with whatever is going on around you. So, and it may be because I'm just feeling now that actually, there it goes, the Ten of Wands. Okay, maybe now it's ready to like move on, make a decision and move on to what the next phase is. And you know, sometimes we just gotta, sometimes it's up to us to end it, whatever is happening, so we can move on into a new space or a new project, and just like even though it might feel like it seems half, you haven't completed it, it maybe that's as far as it can go, like for now, so you continue on with something else, and then it's like the next clue or the next phase or the next step will come out from what it is that you're moving on to. Okay, so sometimes, you know, it's just a wait, just a bit of waiting, and you maybe need to put something on hold, and or that's as far as you can go with something, like for the moment, until the rest of the information comes, and or until the rest of the energy comes, and or that's, or maybe till the part comes. So it's like no point stressing about it until the part comes, or until the information comes. Meanwhile, you can continue with something else, and it's still like working towards where it is that you're wanting to go. So the Ten of Wands here is something is coming to an end. It's like there's you know, the end of a battle, the end of something, you know, frustration. You've gone as far as you can with something. It's time to move on, is what I'm hearing for that. Move on with something else. You know, another idea, and like we're just saying, it's just, you know, and you know, where you can use your energy somewhere else, or spend your energy. So step back, stand still, watch, look, observe. So it's kind of where they're going with that. So sometimes we do just need to step back and wait for a moment and just watch and look and observe as to what is going on. So this card here is like talking about your power is within you. Stand tall, head up, shoulders back, arms stretch out, smile, look forward and look up. So raising your eyes to looking up, up out into the horizon, not looking down, because you're not going to see like what's ahead of you if you're looking down. Okay, so that way all your senses are directed in the future of what could be, not what couldn't, what you can just see down here. Okay, because often when we look down, we're not, we're not, it's almost like when we're down, looking down, we're like not opening up this part of our chakra here, but also, when we're slumped. So it's like, this is why they're talking, it's like sitting up straight and opening yourself up to receive as well as give. Okay, awesome, beautiful. And then, I just want to take the top one off that one. Wardrobe. So some of you they're talking about this one here. This one came up earlier with one of the reads as well. So about your wardrobe. So some of you may be, there may be like looking at the colors that you have in your wardrobe as well. So for some of you, I'm hearing black. You might want to like bring a little bit more color in rather than having black all the time. Okay. And then we have shine your light. Okay. Beautiful. Shine your light. Shine it bright. So while you're going through this period of time with this full moon, it may be something that's coming up. So they're just like saying, yeah, just keep going, shine your light bright as you're going through it, and know that this, this will come to an end. It's just making, yourself or allowing yourself to process it. With love, peace, harmony, and joy, excitement, adventure, and a prosperity and abundance. All those things that in a positive view, and how you're looking at that to move you into your highest vibration of yourself. Anyway, okay. Anyway, I'm going to leave that there for you. I hope that makes sense to you. And even though. Okay, I'm just hearing like lift your energy. Okay, so anyway, I'm going to leave that there with you. So we'll see you next week. I'll see you next week, or you'll see me next week, and we'll be moving into what's coming up for you in August. Okay, 2021. So if you would like to go a little bit further, you can book a reading or a healing session with me, and we can, so we can work with or when I say we, my guides and your guides work together to help you with that. Okay, anyway, bye for now.